All right, man. We are back once again. It is on. This is Fans of Patrol. I'm the host of Fans of Patrol. With me is my wonderful co-host, Miss Tiffobot. I said I was the host of Fans of Patrol, but I didn't say my name. I'm Mr. Button all the way up to the top, Montego, host of
Yeah,
Fans of Patrol. And Tiffobot, how are you today?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
I'm good, man. We're coming from the great city of Cleveland and Iowa.
And Des Moines, which sucks.
Oh yeah, I call it Iowa City, right?
But, you know,
That's,
basically,
so that sucks. For the great state of Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa.
Iowa's it was at one point in time a great state to live in, and now it is a
Well,
dumpster fire.
no. So we just lost all of people from.
Nah, if they're listening and they're from Iowa, they agree.
Shit. Anyway, man. So, man, last week, man, we did our duties, man. We literally like acted a fool last week, and we did
I still can't believe that we went we're just hanging out at the movie theater all weekend.
hanging out at the movie theater and like doing two shows on the same day and releasing two shows simultaneously at the same day. I'm so proud of myself because I did like all that show art and editing stuff and pop, 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 and got it all out. And I didn't have an attitude. Normally
You
I
did
have
no,
an
you have. I was
attitude.
proud of you too. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't ever really. The attitude's not a problem, but I'm proud of you anyway.
No, thank you. Thank you. I do get an attitude, Tiff. I'd be like, all
Well, I mean,
right.
work. If it's something you like, it's still irritating.
Yeah. Yeah. Right. I think again, if this is your first time to listening to the show or watching the show, because we've been goddamn, Kev, we've been really bad about just producing our shows because we're doing good now, but we went about a year. If this is your first time, we went about a year of just like saying it was too much for me, man. I mean, me and Tiff, because we're friends, we kept getting together and we kept doing this. This is how we communicate.
So many hidden shows.
A year's worth of hidden shows, basically, right? And it was fine for us because like we still got to see each other and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
I thought we had a great time. I don't even feel bad about it. I'm like, they're back there. If they someday, maybe someday
Yeah,
we'll
I
see
never
'em.
we never released them, but the thing about it was we've got out of the. It's so weird because we did everything right. Like we don't tell people to like, subscribe, and do all that stuff anymore. We used to, but you can listen to us on. This used to be your job, right?
It did used to be my job.
Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon. I mean,
Hmm.
everywhere there's podcasts. Apple Podcasts is a big one. You can listen to us.
Wherever you find a podcast, we're there.
Right, Podbeam. Yeah, 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 yeah. So, you can listen to us, if you're, if you
If you
going
don't
past
want to
YouTube.
see,
Yes.
if you would like more of just an audio component, that's
Well, I also
available to
still know,
you.
Tiff, that people would still like do the YouTube in their cars, like
Yeah,
because
they'll turn it on and they'll sort of listen to it
yeah,
instead
yeah.
of
So you can
watching
you
it.
can actually go to a podcast and listen to it, and then like, of course, we're here on YouTube, and here comes this goddamn cat, like always on cue every time I'm like trying to like do my thing. Like this
That
is
cat
not.
loves you so
I
much.
can't
He
stand
loves
his ass.
you.
Oh my god, just get away from me. Because never mind. I'm not about
Wait,
to move
what's
on about
before?
the cat.
Listen, this cat has a really great name. What's the cat's name?
Squeakers. My damn kids named the cat when they were
Yeah, of course
young.
they did. Of course they did. How
And
old is Squeakers? Because he's elderly.
Squeakers is shit, maybe 11, 12, something like that. But
Oh, okay. So not super elderly, but
yeah, I mean they
he's an
got him.
old man.
Well, he was around 10 or 11 when they brought him in the house, right? And so no,
What?
no,
So what is he like?
no, 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 no,
55?
no, no, no.
Oh,
No, he
okay.
was a kitten. But it's been, they were 10 or 11.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so I probably got about another 10 years left with this bastard. You know what I'm saying? So cats live forever.
Long live Squeakers. You guys also, I know you guys can't see Squeakers. He's very cute.
Yeah.
He's very cute, but he gets in Montego's business
All the time, right?
Yeah, there's been times when there's some unreleased episodes where he's really in your business. Like he's like up there.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah.
Yeah. And anyway, and then he does
Squeakers.
nasty cat shit. Like, we get the house cleaned, and then as soon as the people leave and stuff, he wants to, puke somewhere or something, So anyway, all that complaining to say, it is spooky ooky booky time, man.
Yeah.
So we last week, I keep trying to go back through the rundown. We did Black Phone, which I recommend you go listen to that episode. It was a lot of fun. And if you haven't seen the movie, I recommend, man. I like both of those movies, man. Black Phone 1 and 2. This week, man, we're doing the first Omen that was released last year.
Mm-hmm.
And in the Damien series of the Omens.
Mm-hmm.
So this is like a prequel. Fun fact, Tiff, or full disclosure, I've never seen any of the Damien stuff. I was really
Oh,
young.
you've never seen the original Omen?
Now, when it came out, you heard all about it. You
Mm.
know, everybody was, oh, Damien, that Antichrist, ah, you know, it was like a big deal because it came out the time around Exorcist and all that shit, and you know,
Yes, yeah.
those churchy, spooky, ooky booky movies were like super like killing it at the box offices and stuff. And the first the Omen was actually, you know, it was a big ass movie, you know, made a lot of money. Okay, so saying all that, this was my first experience with this stuff, and so that's interesting. But man, since we are in the we are in the fever of spooky ooky booky. We also did Tron Aries last week. Go watch
Yeah,
that.
we did that.
Dope.
Not spooky.
Not spooky, but dope. Anyway, so I did a little spooky yesterday. You know, trying to catch up on the spooky.
Mm-hmm.
I never saw Freddy versus Jason. I watched that last night, like really late at night too.
How'd
I
you
liked it.
feel?
I liked it, man. I
All
was like,
right.
this ain't bad. I mean, of course they had one of the Destiny Child girls in it. I forgot her
Oh,
name.
I bet it's Kelly Rowland.
It was Kelly Rowland. She was in it. Damn, she can't act. You know, actually, couldn't nobody in the movie act. You know,
Fair. Like you gotta be more fair to Kelly Rowland. Is she
yeah.
standing out against everyone else is also garbage, or
It was terrible. You know, those actors were terrible, but they did have Robert Englund in it. You know,
mm-hmm.
and I enjoyed it, man. I enjoyed the movie. I thought that, you know, that was when that series was both of those series was just out of control. You know, and I was like, no more of this shit. You know, after Jason X, I was like, oh no, never again, never watch
right. Well,
another
I
one.
mean, to be fair, you went far with Jason X.
Well, I, you know, kind of grew up with those movies. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
so
it's hard. Like, I think it's easier to continue to watch a franchise, even kind of past the point where it's kind of stinky, when you have a good memory of it from your youth.
yeah.
You know what I
Well,
mean?
yeah, until you get to
Then you get to the point you're like, fuck this, I ain't doing this shit anymore.
well, until you get to your favorite Jason Takes Manhattan and shit.
Don't malign Jason Takes Manhattan.
I was really through. I was through.
The thing about Jason Takes Manhattan is that like it is so self-aware that it's not trying to be. It's got a gag reel on a horror movie, for God's sakes. You know what I mean? Like we
of
know.
the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. I mean, it's actually in like probably my top 5 as worst movies.
Worst
of all
movies.
time. Yeah.
I'll never forget that gag reel.
Oh yeah. which gag was it?
Jason Takes Manhattan has a gag reel because like they know it's not good.
Oh.
And he comes out of the sewer with a giant dildo.
Oh,
Hashtag never forget.
Okay.
The gag reel. In the gag
I'm about
reel.
to say that didn't happen.
Not in the movie. Not in the movie. In the
What are
gag
you
reel.
talking about? That's preposterous. Anyway, I saw that movie last night. It was a decent spooky ooky booky movie, man. Because
Sure.
you know, it actually like kind of once they decided.
Sometimes I like those 2000s like stinkers.
Yeah. I was like, it's not so bad. If you're gonna put these two together, you know, versus it made sense. I was like, okay, this makes sense. Now he's pissed off because he got used. You know, anyway.
Now he's
pissed off because he got used. And to use the likeness of his mama. But we're here to do the first Omen.
Yeah. I watched a horror movie though. I did watch horror movies this week. I even watched the First Omen. Not the First Omen, the original Omen, the Omen.
Got you. What did you watch? What did you watch?
That I watched the first the original Omen with Damien. I watched that. And
you watched the original.
Mm-hmm. And then this, obviously.
What was it, like 76 or 70?
70, yeah, 70, 76, 77.
Yeah. It was
and then we watched Wishmaster 2.
Damn. I
couldn't
one. I was
here's the thing.
Movie, man. I was like, oh god.
They're a specific kind of bad movie that's just so good. And Wishmaster 2. Wow.
2. Not even one.
Wishmaster 2. Yeah, because I've seen Wishmaster 1. Got to get on to 2, number 2 now.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Like, oh, they made a part 2 to this.
Yeah, there's a third one too.
You know,
So,
I remember that year we watched, what was it called, Pumpkinhead?
oh,
And
I love the chains, like
with the
dingling,
chain,
dangling them chains.
I was thinking about it the other day when he was dangling that
The bike chains. They're like, the bike chains are gone. And he's like,
right there. He was like, ting, 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 ting. I was like, I remember we just cracked up. It was pretty damn
holy
funny.
shit, so good.
Yeah, yeah. So, okay. Also I went to a Halloween party last night. I hadn't been to a Halloween
What?
party in 1,000 years, man.
How
And
was
so
that?
I had a great time, man. And so I posted my costume on Instagram last night. So uh, it was simple. I was you know the group Anonymous,
Mhm.
you know, I was one of them. So all you needed was a mask and a hoodie. It was great. That's all I had to do. Put on the mask, throw on the hoodie, the black hoodie.
Oh my
That's
god.
it, and then you wasn't stuck with all this uncomfortable stuff all day.
Yeah,
But
you're
it was
like,
good.
it's costume.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It was. It was a good one.
Nice. Yes,
So
very
yeah.
nice.
So anyway, man, back to what we're doing here. We're gonna
Mhm.
do. It came out like last April, right? The First Omen, So I watched this last year. I think during Spooky Ooky Booky, and
Mhm.
I don't think for our show. I just watched it because I was like,
Yeah.
hey, it's something coming out. Let's check it out. And so that's why I watched it last year. So I had to do the rewatch and whatever. So man, what are we looking at here? So first of all, Tiff, I was surprised. I got to tell you, okay. I went to Rotten Tomatoes, right? Checked out their score because I just I wanted to know. 83%, Tiff. 83, 83 on Rotten Tomatoes. Can you believe 83, ladies and gentlemen? Also, the fan score always rings true to me. 69. You nasty. Shouldn't say anything.
Woo! Just kidding. But yeah, that's more accurate. I would say less than.
But yeah, I'm not.
Well, I
Yeah,
know we're going up. We're coming up to it,
yeah,
but
yeah, we are. I would say less than two. Yeah, but 83. The critics love this
that's
shit, man.
insane. I think you know what? We'll get there. We'll talk about it.
Yeah,
We'll talk about it.
yeah. So when this movie was released last year, so it's been a year. So it made all the money it was going to make. So worldwide, it made $53 million. 20 on the shore and 33 offshore. But don't know what this movie costs. I would think it
30 million, 30 million and
30
20.
million. I'm so glad you always had that. You've been having that's your job. You have to have that ready moving forward. But so 30 million, a screaming success for this thing, making
I mean,
53
yeah, for a
million
little,
dollars.
not much
Yeah,
happening really. Not much like I'd say it's a looks like a low cost movie.
yeah. Tiff Obot. All I have to say is that, yeah, yeah. I mean, did they have some special effects? They had
Yeah, some
a
maybe
a
most
little
of it was
bit.
a little bit mostly practical.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
and fine. I like practical.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was I mean, yeah, it was nothing in there that yeah, it
But
was
yeah,
fine.
we'll talk about it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
We'll
yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah, so let's see. Let's get it on, man. Let's see. Is this the First Omen, right?
The
Uh
First Omen.
Rated R. 1 hour 59 minutes exactly, right? Body horror, folk horror, and spiritual horror and horror. Shit, it's all the horrors, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So, a young American woman is sent to Rome to begin her life in service of the church, Tiffobot, but
Mhm.
encounters a darkness and a curse of her to her question her that questions makes her question her faith. She uncovers terrifying conspiracies and hopes to bring about the birth of evil incarnate. That's the synopsis. I guess that
I
makes
don't think she hopes to.
no. I said that wrong. I said that hopes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
Okay.
conspiracy, a
I was here's the
terrifying
thing.
conspiracy that
We
hopes.
right. We have encountered synopses
That was just
that were not right,
yeah.
like at all. So I was like,
Definitely
maybe
put
that
on
one
the
had
wrong
a
movie in
typo.
some cases too. Then
Right,
you're like,
right,
wait
correct.
a
They're like,
minute.
this is the first. They're like,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no,
No.
not the
See,
same movie.
this is fairly accurate here. So, Tiffobot,
Yeah,
who is this movie? We got a bunch of famous, European actors that we're used to seeing. Especially there was a
some Game of
few
Thrones
from
people.
not even that. It was a few from the vampire thing, with the hot vampires,
Oh,
the
Twilight.
no, not I said hot vampires, not the wannabe hot not the emo hot vampires. None of them.
Interview with a Vampire.
No, the one with Kate Beckinsale. Um,
Oh, Underworld.
Underworld, right? But all these people was
There's a
mostly.
lot. Listen, to be fair, there's a lot of potentially what people would consider sexy vampires.
Well, Twilight wasn't it, y'all.
But for a certain generation, it twere.
Yeah, I wonder will they admit it
They won't.
under
Here's
oath?
the thing. I think the thing is that we've gone cyclically through, and I'm saying this because my beloved sister Caitlin loves Twilight.
Okay.
So like there was a time when like people loved it and there was a big shout back from like people who were like, this it sucks, it stinks, it's not good.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they kind of got quiet. And now since we've been removed from that time, like by 20 years or whatever it is, people are like bringing it back, like it's nostalgia core, it's
Yeah.
good, it's a memory of times when things were good. Boo hiss, it stinks. But you know what? If you like it, whatever. I can't be too mean. I love Caitlin too much.
I watch those things, those movies, because I like werewolves and
But
vampires.
do your sisters, do your daughters like them?
No, they made fun of them. They part of that
Oh.
generation that like they watch it to laugh and joke at them,
Sure.
fingers and be superior to other people. That's what,
Sure.
I was like, oh, you're watching this, yeah. It's like, yeah, we love it, but not because.
Not because we love it, because
Yeah.
we like love the sure.
Yeah. So who is in this movie, Tiffobot?
Okay, so there's Nell Tiger Free.
Yeah, I've never seen her before.
I've never seen her before either.
And is that her real name? But go ahead. Tiger
I
Free.
would assume
Yeah.
so. Tawfiq Barham,
Yeah, I don't know that person.
Sonia Braga, Ralph Ineson, Bill Nighy.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. So some big
you
names.
I
Charles
was gonna say,
Dance,
I'm about to say you got to shout out Maria Carballo because she was
Maria Caballero, yeah. Caballero.
hot. Nun.
Yeah, Hot Nun, I think playing on some people's like hot nun
Hey,
fantasies.
you see Dora Romano? She
Mm-mm.
looks like a goddamn character. Damn, she ain't put on no makeup. Oof. Anyway, she looks exactly like she did in the movie. All right, man. So let me see. So I think we come to our section here, right? Where I can do. Oh my god! For what word? Why I gotta be so loud, Tiff? Shit! God damn! Just came on like a heart attack, man. So if it's the first time watching our show, listening to our show, this is the time when we try to sum up this whole movie experience in one word, Tiff. One word.
My one word is sorry.
Sorry. Explanation required, Tiffobot.
Let me say sorry for making you watch this, making myself watch this. Like it's
gotcha.
Yeah, this movie is not.
I had already seen it, Tiffobot. So
I did not know that. I didn't know that,
myself.
but that does make me feel better.
Yeah, I did it to myself a year ago.
You're like, I already saw it, so it's a yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm glad that you'd already seen it because watching this movie, I was like, first and foremost, my opinion was, when do I become scared? When does this stop being like a biography about a nun? And something scary happens.
One scene was spooky to me, and we'll get into
There was one scene that was sort of scary.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's the same scene. Was it the scene where the lady's coming out of the dark?
No.
And she's all bloody?
No, my scene wasn't even that. It was just supposed to be spooky. That what I thought they were on the right track when
I did too.
But it was just when she was in that alley by herself.
Oh, sure, with the decent lighting and the nice shot.
Oh, here we go.
Agreed. It's a nice, yeah. And then you're like, okay.
All right. My one word is inappropriate. Everything about this goddamn movie is inappropriate. I don't like the way this movie makes me feel. I don't like hot nuns. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that shit. And if you cosplay as that shit, it's inappropriate. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's inappropriate. One word.
Inappropriate.
Does it require an explanation to if I
No,
did?
I get it. I get
Okay,
it.
okay. I'm just well for those of you who do, it's just a lot of inappropriate shit going on in this damn thing, man. I
You
mean,
guys, you do see, and I don't mean to be crass, but you see the front and the back of the bottom,
yeah, you do.
and it's
They a hand
not
came out.
tasteful.
It came out the vaginas, and it's just
Yes,
like,
yes, and it's you guys. I did the whole time I was.
ah, you dirty devil, man! I just feel dirty and nasty. Ah, oh, woo.
I was watching this and I was thinking,
You shake it off.
Montego hates this. But also, like, okay, so you guys, we're skipping around. This movie, I
Oh,
gotta
no,
be
we're gonna
honest with
start at
you.
the beginning. I
Okay,
just
I'm sorry, at the beginning.
that was my explanation for inappropriate. So, so let
Inappropriate,
us start at the
inappropriate.
beginning here.
All right, we'll go back. We'll go
Yeah, we
back.
got a bunch. We got some stained glass windows being hauled up, and we got some priests in there speaking about conspiracy. Now, this actor, I think his name is what is it, Nigel? I like him, man. I see him in shit a lot. He's always character actor Father Bannon. Ralph Innocent, is that his name? Ensign.
Innocent, yeah.
Yeah, I like him as an actor, and seeing him, he always got that serious voice. You know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of that guy from Children of Man, Clive. He looked like he's Clive's cousin or
Oh,
something like
Clive
that.
Owen, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, like they related. Anyway, conspiracy going on, dudes run out. It starts fast, Tiffobot,
Yes, yeah, we go right in.
Cole splits into the head and he turns around.
And
He
he's like,
had
"I'm good."
right. So I was pissed because I love this actor, right? That got
Yeah,
killed. It's not Bill Nye.
couldn't afford him.
Yeah, couldn't afford. He's like, I'll give you one goddamn scene.
Yeah,
That's
he's like, "I'll take this much money and I'll be there for
and I want
less
to
than 30
die, and
minutes."
I want to die nasty, So
Yeah, and I get to keep the jacket.
right. So he died nasty, Tiffo Biden.
Yeah, I was at first, I was like, and then like, so the back of his head's all cracked open. I think
Yeah,
he's happy to be dead because he was upset.
because he's part of that nasty ass inappropriate
Mhm.
conspiracy, or he found out about it. I think he found out about it and was just like, it's too much, man. I wasted my life.
Right, because they like so in these movies, in the Omen movies, there is like the order of priests and stuff who are actually in the service to God, and then we have this other part who
Fake.
are trying to bring the Antichrist, kind of more in service to the church than to God, let's say, because they want the Catholic Church to become powerful again.
Yeah, and they'll do it by any means necessary.
Right,
So
they'll bring the Antichrist upon us just so that people come in and tithe their money. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That's what they're doing.
But you need to rethink your life. You sitting up there
I
watching some
mean,
demon do the
have
R
sex
word.
with a woman.
Yeah,
Yeah, like yeah,
yeah,
yeah, the R word,
on the
yes. Like
table. Just
terrible with but here's the thing. I did find those. I mean, here's the thing. Is the movie have disturbing scenes in it? Absolutely, because if you make me feel disgusted and upset, then
that evokes
yeah.
emotion, right?
But I feel like I'm not saying that there aren't movies that do that to a great success, but it's sort of a cheap, like, yeah, of course, if you have a gross demon hand that's got,
Yeah,
vagina juice all over it and you swipe it on someone's face, I'm gonna be like, oh, ew.
yeah. So let's not jump around.
All right.
So we move forward and we meet Margaret, right? And she's the American nun. Ding, 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 ding,
Here
ding.
becomes the American nun.
Well, not a young, a nun initiate, and she's going there to finish, her stuff.
Yes. She's gonna
So
get her little habit, her well, the veil.
yeah, immediately weird, people is just weird. She goes to introduce to all the kids, and then very inappropriately, Tifflebot, a young gal licks her on the side of the face. And I think that half-ass, she kind of appreciated it. She's like, oh, because guess what? That face licking came back in the movie over and over and
It
over and
did. There
over
was
and
so
over.
much face
And
licking.
then she ended up licking somebody's face. I was like, what? This
Yeah.
is so inappropriate. This is like bullshit. So wait a minute. Did she get aroused from the child? You know what I'm saying?
I
I'm
think
like,
it was
what's
more
happening?
like demon behavior.
I guess the girl licks her. And then she's
Yes.
like, huh, pearls, so
Well, she's upset, yeah, and then the lady comes in and she's like, basically there's one nun in this movie whose job it is basically to be like, "Bad dog,"
yeah.
to the girl who's got,
Yeah.
you know
And the girl, to her own discredit, Tifflebot, looked like she needs some strap. She do some bad shit, right?
Yeah, so, like, they are tying and terrifyingly, they're tying this child down and stuff like that in this room. Also, I'm not sure.
Tifflebot, it was the 60s, Tifflebot.
In a
things
in a in a co in a convent.
things happen differently, Tiffobot. Sometimes you just had to whip out that strap. You had to tie your kids to the bed sometime, Tiffobot.
No, my God, don't say stuff like that, you crazy person.
Because
Um,
it was the 60s, Tiffobot. Anyway,
this is, yeah, so she is a mystery, but so our main character sort of, we don't know yet why, but she feels like a kinship, and we find out later why, but she feels like a kinship with this young
yeah,
person.
so this bothers me, Tiffobot. So she's in this apartment, right? Now I'm confused a little bit because she goes
Mhm.
in and I think she know she have a roommate, you know what I'm saying? Because the record player is playing and stuff, but nobody is there. And she's in there like all creepily. Why is she so creeped out in this apartment? She's in there like,
I will say that this,
I'm
I
like,
don't
wait
know
a
if it's the
minute.
directive or the actor, but you are correct. There are so many times in this movie where she has a look on her face that
I
makes it
just cringed.
seem that makes it seem like something really okay. So for instance, this is not too far ahead, but I think it's pertinent to talk about in this situation. There's the one nun who like puts her hand on the back of the girl.
Yeah.
And the first time we see that, she's like, the nun that's the main character is like, I'm like, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing
Yeah.
weird
Yeah. Yeah.
about
Yeah.
that. There's
Yeah.
nothing fucking weird about that.
Yeah. 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 So you're right. You're right. Like she's in there acting like it's the creepiest apartment in the world,
Correct. And
and I'm
honestly,
like,
it's not
okay.
even that.
I'm like, just turn on the goddamn lights then. If you're so goddamn creeped out, what's the problem? And then
Well,
that's when
she
you see
knows she has a roommate.
right, and that's when you see the nun like in the corner, like and I'm like, okay, did that happen? Was this in her mind? This is one of them things. Then the
Right.
hot roommate comes walking in,
Yeah.
and she hot Tiffobot. I'm sorry, even her.
That outfit also is
God damn.
so
She's like, I'm
good.
just doing some exploration. We should have known that something was up with that chick. She was just too hot, Tiffobot. She's supposed to be
Yeah,
taking
we
out.
should have known she was evil because she
We
was
should have
just
known.
so hot.
She was just too hot, Tip. So
Because she
she
was
comes
like,
in and,
I'm gonna be holding this under a habit for the rest of my life under my
and
robes.
Tiffobot,
Let it out.
while she was changing, what's up with the, I've never seen a woman
So
before.
much peeking.
I've never seen a woman before. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Why is she looking at her like that? Why are you creeping on her in the mirror doing something a guy would do? Why are you acting like a dude like you ain't never seen a woman
I
before?
feel like this lady, the person who's our main character, Margaret, but they call
Yeah.
her like Margareta and
Marguerite.
Marguerite,
Marguerite.
um, depending on who's speaking to her, because it's all,
Yep.
different languages or
Yep.
whatever, is a creep. Like, even before bad stuff happens to her,
Super
she's a
creep.
certified creep.
Super creep. I'm like, damn, and everything is like,
Yeah,
so
she's scared because she's a creep. That she
yeah.
knows, she's like, I know this how this plays out because I'm a creep.
So the nuns are all creepy. She meets the one nun that don't have eyebrows. Like she looks like she has the alopecia
But
syndrome, but
she's
she
but
don't.
but they're blonde. When you see them later, they're focused in. They're like little blonde. She dyed them. Well, I don't think
Weird.
she dyed them in in the story, but like in the
Yeah.
story, she just has these little like eyebrows. They're just
Oh,
it
I
is
couldn't even
weird.
see them. Yeah, she looked weird. And so yeah, she just the scene when she says hello and she just like she just looking, I'm going to kill you. What I'm saying?
I
She
am
just
glad
look
that they did make her have weird eyebrows because most of the time in this movie, I struggled to figure out who was who because they're
that
all
they all
wearing
here looking like
outfits.
yeah.
And like a lot of them look very similar, and maybe that's part of like the plan of the movie, but it doesn't service it in any way that I can tell.
So Tiffobot, she's creeping around this nunnery, right? And
Mhm.
the little girl is crazy as hell, and she's befriending this little girl. She feels a kinship to this little
Mhm.
girl. She wants to protect this little girl. She don't know why she's being thrown in the bad room. But then, in the course of the things that we're doing, Tiffobot, we find out that there is a resistance movement going on, led by the other father, who, so it's this thing going on that he's trying to stop the coming of the Antichrist. He knows that there's some corruption in the church. Does he know how deep it goes, Tiffobot? I don't think he knows, Tiffobot. So, you know, where are you at right now, Tiffobot, with everything that's happening?
So I feel like
Not scared, that's for sure. But go ahead.
no, 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 no. You know, like at the beginning of this movie, the longer we go into it, I'm like,
Yeah.
so at the beginning, I'm like, okay, it's not super terrible. It's
No,
mostly just like it's sort of interesting,
the
whatever.
setup seems okay. You like,
Right.
okay.
We're getting ready to be scared.
Other
I'm
than seeing
ready.
the R word over there, I'm like throwing that out of my head. Okay, whatever the hell, they ain't gonna show nothing like that no more.
Right. So I like the way that it looks for the most part. I think the acting's fine, you know what I mean? It's not like it's not like where you're like this is bad and I can't look. It's
It's
fine,
not
you
like
know?
watching Kelly Rowland in Friday the 13th. Jason, it's the acting is okay.
So at the beginning, I'm like, "Oh, I'm okay." Like, I'm ready to be scared. I'm
Yeah,
waiting to be scared, but I
yeah.
keep thinking, "Okay, it's gonna be like at a certain point in the movie, it's gonna be like scare, scare, scare."
So was a nun in the room? Did that scare you?
Yeah, I think there were some jump scares that, like,
No,
were like, "Oh."
did that get you? Because it didn't get me. I was
No, that one where she comes up and puts her hand on her? No.
no, I'm talking about when she was, like, in the room
Oh,
praying.
in the room at her house, and there's,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
the extra nun. I might have jumped at that, but it wasn't bad. Like, it wasn't
Okay.
I don't remember being really that scared in this movie at all.
No, not at all. But they just doing some inappropriate stuff all the time, right? Just, oh my goodness. So, moving the story forward, there's a resistance going on. Then they meet the dudes. They go out on the town, Tiffobot,
Mhm.
and it just gets so weird. First of all, I'm like, this dude got the worst date in history, right? He's sitting there just like, "Ugh." The hot nun is out there being a hot nun, like just erase nun, right? She just doing her thing,
She's living
right?
her life out there at the disco.
Next, she started getting down Tiffobot, and it gets weird and shit. She licked the dude, like the girl licked her. And next thing you know, I guess she got it, she got it. Maybe she got it. I thought she got it, they didn't really show you. She just was in the bed looking like she Tiff,
Right.
she was in that bed. I said, what they got her looking like
I
she got
thought she woke up at the
effed up.
men's house.
I thought she got effed up on cocaine and alcohol and took on
Mhm.
6 guys at once. That's what she looked like in that bed. I was like, did she take on the club? I mean, she was and it wasn't even like funny, like I've been there. It was
Oh,
like,
like, I've been hungover too? Yeah, no, it was more
yeah,
like there's a lot of stuff that happens in this movie where you're just, like, uncomfortable because it's not a happy situation.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And,
Yeah.
like, to
So
be honest, you kind of at this point in the movie, you feel bad for her because this other nun like, listen, I know that you like to have a good time, but you should be knowing enough that
yeah,
this girl is not that. But
yeah,
that's the thing, though, she is trying to get her to be
bad.
right, to get because you know what I mean? So, but it's like, you feel bad for her.
Yeah. So I was playing it.
There's the
Figured out I
background.
uploaded this stuff. Yeah, look at these. Anyway, so she wakes up. It's a problem. She tries to get back into the life, but things go bad. Tiffle. I don't know why
Mhm.
this nun just decided to traumatize all these young girls and burn herself up and
So
hang herself in front of all these little girls. Man, I was like, what the hell is going on?
so this is
Why
a
would she do this? Why does she traumatize these children?
so this is a death that is exactly the same as the death from a death from the First Omen movie.
Okay, okay,
So,
okay.
in the First Omen, we see, like,
A
a
retread. That's for
therapy
my
girl
knowledge. Thank you.
right. So she goes, "That for you this is all for you, Damien." And so in this scene, she says, "It's all for you," and then she sets herself on fire and then hangs herself exactly in the first one, she doesn't set herself on fire, she just hangs herself and runs into a window, like, so it's almost exactly the same.
Okay, so this has the dramatic different context for me right now, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because when I saw this, I said, "Okay, everybody's evil." I figured it out by now, right? I
Mhm.
said everybody's a part of the conspiracy, the conspiracy. And what I assumed was that she was not. And so she was like, there's nowhere to go. I didn't spend my whole life here. I'm just gonna like hang myself and set myself on fire and traumatize everybody as a message.
Mm.
But not seeing the first movie, like you just said, that just made she was part of the thing the whole time, right? I mean,
Right.
so, yeah, yeah,
So those are the people who are more involved, maybe, like, more like so they have their own, like, dark religions. It's like a devout
yeah, yeah.
thing to
So
do.
she was part of it. I had no idea. I thought she was like, not a part of it, and just couldn't
Right,
take it.
protesting
Yes, yes,
the
that's what I
lack of
thought.
faith.
That's what I thought. So the little girl is still getting messed up. She gets into it with the nuns, right? Because she's pissed, and the nun, like, look, B, stay away from her. Stay away from her, blah, 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 blah. And so then she gets in with the underground Tifflebot, the
Mhm.
underground priests and stuff. And the one dude, he's playing his role super good, Tiff, because you didn't know that. I forgot what was his name? The younger priest there that was part of the underground. Remember his name?
Oh, so Father Brennan?
No, Father
Or Father
Brennan was.
Gabriel Father Gabriel.
Yeah, I mean, he just act like Yeah, he act like he was just a dumb driver, right? And next thing you know, he's part of the resistance.
Yeah, so that was surprising to me because it seemed to me so she finds files and then that one guy, is that what you're talking about?
Yes.
And then the one guy's like, "Let
Yes.
me help you." And I'm like, "Who the fuck are you?" I mean, I saw him
No,
around.
no, no. And she had asked him about, why is shit so weird and creepy. And he was like, "Sister, I don't know anything about this." She, next thing he driving the car. You know what I'm saying? He the man. He's with the guy. So they go over these files, Tiffobot, and they learn that, hey, this baby is not the Antichrist, but she has the mark and all this other stuff. And when they were showing all those pictures, those deformed
Yeah,
pictures,
the babies that had issues.
very inappropriate, I'm sitting there like, ugh,
There's so much, like, what I would consider content that makes you uncomfortable, like, and here's the
yes,
thing, do good movies make you uncomfortable? Absolutely. There are some movies that are really great and force you to confront these ideas and stuff like that.
yes,
There's a lot of the stuff that's happening in this movie is not in service to any particular point of view, or so, like, so, like, there's themes in The Omen that we can point to, like, you know, panic about the nuclear family and adoption, especially in the original Omen movie. And then here we have more, like, unwed mother stuff,
yeah.
and, like,
Oh,
but there's no because there's unwed mothers in the nunnery that are helped by the nuns to have their babies. And I think that, like, there's nothing in this movie that makes me go, "Oh, this is about this." It's
yeah.
just kind of, like, upsetting for no reason.
Well, it's just a setup. It's a money grab for the
Right, because it
franchise.
connects to
Kind of.
so it's like, "Oh, this I don't really have to." I don't wanna be like, you don't really have to try that hard because you're like, the plot's already baked in. This is the idea. But, like, you could say so much. There's so much that you could say and do. I mean, there's obviously problems with the Catholic Church that were being seen, but, like, we all know that the Catholic Church is bad.
I would take those problems with the Catholic Church over these problems with the Catholic Church any day.
You mean
Ooh-wee,
you
the
mean,
shit that they would
rather
do
than the
here.
Satan taking over all of the planet?
Yeah, yeah, that was not a good one right here, Tiffany. Speaking of and unwed mothers and all this stuff, we got to talk about the birth, right?
Mhm.
I had I can't believe they went there, Tiffobot. I mean, y'all, the whole arm came out the lady, and they made sure they knew what you was looking at was a straight up vagina, man.
Right, from the toe to tip.
I'm like, all right, now I want to go barf because that was the nastiest thing I've almost ever seen. I don't need. You know how where your brain got to be to even think of something like that. I never would even thought of nothing like that ever. You know what I'm saying? In my wildest imagination, I'm like, whoever thought of that is a sick puppy. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a sick puppy. And so then she started getting sick to her body. She's in the resistance headquarters, right? She's finding out that that this conspiracy runs deep. Before that, though, the thing that did give me the jump scare is when she ran into her little date, on the street, and he was like trying to get away from her. No, 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 and gets hit by the car, and nobody was driving.
Sh There was a man in there,
Oh, it was a man in there. That's true.
and
That's true.
he was upset. But here's the thing, wow. And then she, like, pulls him apart basically because she's giving him a hug, and I was like, "Really?
Yeah.
Really?"
Yeah.
And this is very similar also, again, there was a death in the first Omen movie where
Oh,
a
so you're bringing
truck
all this shit home, Tipple Boy, because
a
I look.
truck slides in, and it's a construction site, and they're carrying, like, sheet glass, and the glass slides off the back of the truck and hits him between a wall, and it decapitates him.
So
I'm
this
not
was
saying
very
the
this
same,
was
it's
very
very
cheap.
similar.
This was very cheap then, Tipple Boy.
Right.
It was shocking to me. You know what I'm saying? I'd never seen nothing like that before. I wasn't ready for that. When it happened. And so now that really cheapens it for me. It's like, oh,
And
this.
the thing is, you're watching it and it's sort of like, it's fine, but it's a lot like, I think sometimes these movies that don't have a lot of meat in the back end, there's not a lot happening, are like, "Oh, I'm gonna scare people by being, like, really gross." And I'm like, that's not the answer. Like, grossness might be part of storytelling and other parts that, like, make sense, and that's fine. But, like, if you, like, don't know how to make your movie spooky and instead you're just like, here's some gross shit.
Yeah, yeah. So I wonder. So he was running from her, Tifflebot. So I wonder, was the orders was he was supposed to never see her again or something like that? Like if that was the order, like all he was supposed to do was go out and take her out, fornicating, acting a fool, I guess, right? Because he was part of the.
I
We find
couldn't
out he's part of
tell.
the. He's part of the
Yes.
plot too.
I
You know,
couldn't tell though if he was saying I didn't know
he
because
had to know.
he met her first as not a nun, and then in the sex room she's got the hood on. So I think he's saying I didn't know you were the same person.
Oh,
But
Tiffany,
I
but
couldn't but here's the thing, there
I don't
wasn't
believe
enough
that.
nuance. There wasn't enough
No, no,
nuance, so I couldn't tell.
I don't know. Everybody they went out with was part of that conspiracy. The whole little party crew, her roommate, he was part of it. So they didn't show if the other guy was part of it, but he had to be a part of it, man. You know what I mean? If the roommate, what's the chances of him and the roommate being a part of the same conspiracy and he didn't know? My ass, you didn't know. Get
Sure.
out of here. Get out of here. So anyway,
He's like, "Find the mark on your head."
yeah. He had a little warning and stuff like that.
Also, how did she not well, okay, never mind, because you wouldn't know that if you had hair all your time, you might not know.
And then it was kind of up there. It
It was
wasn't like
back there,
here.
yeah, it wasn't, like, right here.
Yeah, so that's the priest. He digs through her head. He just go, "Oh my God, you're the one," and you're the one.
Well, of
So,
course, and if you didn't know that she was the one from the beginning, then I don't know what to say
so,
to you, because they don't really do a very good job of hiding it.
so Tiffobot, I'm very disappointed in our good father at this point, right?
Mhm.
Because for me, I'm like, she got to go right now, pops. Right? With your pistol, you know, throw her off the
Right.
roof. She got to go. There's no getting her away from this stuff, right? If you believe in all this providence and all this stuff, just
Mhm.
take care of her. Snap her neck, do something. Do something. But they
Right, like,
don't.
if you here's the thing, and I know that sounds really callous from a regular perspective, but if, like, it's confirmed that this is the end of the world, you would
Oh, he
have
was a
no
true
qualms
believer,
about
Tiffobot.
killing this person,
He
but
was a
instead
true believer, for
they take
sure.
her to get, like, an abortion, I guess, question mark, but she becomes advanced pregnant.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
The show is shutting us down.
no! Um, and here we see I can't stop putting chapstick on. Here I feel like we see one of the most annoying parts of the movie. First of all, I want everyone listening to this to know the movie, like Montego said, 2 hours almost, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
And there are so many scenes like the one we're about to discuss where she gets out of the car and she's
Yeah.
like, okay, not scary, quite annoying. And you guys, it goes on for like 2 full fucking minutes.
This was the dirtiest thing I have ever seen in cinema history without seeing a woman butt naked being disrespected. It was nasty, Tiffobot. Once I realized what was happening, right? The R word was happening right there on the streets, right? The R word and the pregnancy and everything, like
Mhm.
right there. And I'm just sitting there. At first, I was like, "What's going on?" You know what I'm saying? I didn't get it.
Mhm.
And then I was like, "Oh man, are you kidding me?" Because I was like halfway through, I mean, with the thing before I realized what was actually happening. I thought that she's about to start getting her ass kicked from a spook.
Yes,
No,
but
ladies and
she's
gentlemen, they did the deed. This lady, probably was going for the Oscar,
it's
doing this
really
scene.
annoying, guys. It's so terrible.
It was disgusting.
And it
It was
just goes
disgusting.
on, and then
It
they
did.
take her inside to get the baby out,
Yep. Yep.
and they get the baby out. It's in like a sack. It's in
Yep.
the placenta sack, and then there's
Yeah.
2 babies,
That's kind of crazy.
and you're just like, "Okay."
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they just keep showing, and like they keep, and I know that there's probably people who like are seeing like metaphors, like even now that we're like kind of like this is gross, but you guys are trying to be gross. It's not like the like having babies is gross. This is like they're trying to make you upset.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
Like
Yeah.
they really try to make you upset.
Yeah. You could have just split, just went to the next scene. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And
So
it's like
anyway,
here's the thing, and again, that stuff can happen in a movie where it's serviceable and makes sense in the movie, but because this movie doesn't do much else, it just feels more like I didn't do enough of my homework, so I just put a bunch of like spaces in between the periods on my paper before I turned it in. That's like what it felt like more than actual intentional horror. Do you know what I
that was
mean?
the craziest shit I think I've ever seen on film before, guys. And I'm telling you, and I've seen some crazy shit. And that shit there, I don't ever want to see that again. I actually want to forget that, but I will never forget that ever. I will never forget that silly ass scene as long as I live. I know this, Tiffobot. I will never forget it. So anyway, man, now we got the people doing the chants. It's confirmed that everybody is part of this garbage. There was
Mhm.
no good people except for the bad girl who was not a part of the conspiracy. Of course, the children are not a part of the conspiracy, but all the nuns, all the priests, they all, half the damn town, right? They all part of this thing. You know, she grabbed the baby. I'm like, do it. But then I'm like, this is the first omen, because I'm sitting there like, look, that's the devil. That's the devil,
Mhm.
do it. She didn't, didn't do it. So they take the baby, she
They take
wants
the
to,
girl baby. Oh, they take okay, yes. Evil priests and stuff take the boy baby, and
yeah,
this is where the movie intersects with the first. I really hate that this is called the First Omen because I keep wanting to say like the
the
original, and I say
first
the
omen,
first.
right?
The original
Yes,
Omen.
hook me up with some stuff here, Tiffobot, because I don't
So
know.
in the original Omen, they I don't want spoilers for the original Omen. So
You ain't seen
FYI,
it, to hell
everybody.
with you. This is a spoiler. Okay. Look,
um,
it's all
they
spoilers.
they kill this couple's baby
Yeah, yeah,
so they can give him kind of like a cuckoo bird or whatever that knocks the egg out of the nest. They kill the
yeah.
baby and then they say you should adopt this baby and not tell your wife so that she doesn't know that her baby died.
Ah, got you.
So they con him into adopting the
Ah,
Satan baby,
I get you,
and
get you,
then
get
so
you.
he does, and then they name him Damien,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
which we get at the end of the movie. So she takes the other baby
yeah,
and she escapes, and she takes the other girl as well,
yeah,
and they all are living in some snowy,
yeah.
inaccessible area.
Just as happy as you can be with this little demon sitting right here.
Right, your little here's the thing, you got
Well, they
like
all little demons, right? Because like the one is
yes,
supposed to be
all 3 of them are
all three
demons.
of them are little demons, right? One, well, she's not, but yeah, she is.
Yeah,
She
she
is.
is.
Yeah.
They all are, all 3 of them.
The house is just
And then
pulsating with evil.
well, yeah, we're just like, if you really like I just okay, fine. And then the father comes and he's like, they're looking for you. They're gonna find you.
I figured he was dead, Tiffobot. I'm like,
Well, he's in the next movie, which would be considered the next movie. This is a prequel, so he was in the original Omen.
he was in the original
That
as a
character,
young man.
yes,
That's
yes.
really
Well, not
all
as a
right.
young man. He's the same age. This is not the same actor.
Okay,
It's not the same actor, but it's the same character.
that's what I was wanting to know. I was like, wait
Sorry.
a minute,
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
up.
So in that movie, he's the same age because it
Gotcha.
happens right after 5 years later is the
Yeah,
Omen.
yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah,
so he goes, they named him Damien.
yeah.
As if this whole fucking like, why are you saying that like I'm supposed to be shocked? It's the whole plot of the movie.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I
But
guess they wanted
okay.
to confirm that it
They
wasn't.
want if you were watching this movie and you didn't fucking get it,
Let's see, because
they wanted to make sure you did.
I almost watched the first original after I watched this, and I was like,
Mhm.
I didn't like the way this movie made me feel, So I was like, I don't want no more of this. I
Now
don't
the
need
first
this
one
shit.
is much better.
That I'm
Much
glad.
better. And there's not I mean, obviously, the first one's a classic, and it has,
Yeah,
like, a lot of beautiful shots. There's no there's the same sort that's what I'm saying, I think the first one does it better because, like well, obviously, but, like, it's making a lot of statements that,
yeah,
like, I feel like this movie agrees with,
yeah.
but it doesn't do it in a ham-fisted way.
Got you,
You know what
got
I'm
you,
saying?
got you. So bringing it back to this movie, Tiffobot,
Mhm.
I'm disappointed in that priest yet
Don't
again.
Yeah, I'm surprised you said yes because I am so glad that you'd already seen it though. Because when I was watching it, I was like, I can't believe
I'm
that
like,
I would make Montego watch this.
I'm sitting there looking at the priest. I'm saying, oh, you gonna let all them live again? Right, right.
Yeah,
I'm
he's like he's so concerned.
oh
He's
well.
so concerned that he's like, first of all, in the original Omen, he's like, you got to kill that kid,
I'm sorry. I
and he's like,
agree.
you got to stab, stab, stab,
Yes, that's the
and it's like,
standard.
really, you said that, but you couldn't take care of it yourself.
Could look. They free to have more babies, right? Just keep it coming, keep it coming. So,
Terrible,
yeah, yeah. So it was over yet again, and I was happy again that it was over with. Jack, get out of here with this
terrible.
movie, Tiffobot. I didn't like it at all. So that 60%, I wouldn't even give it that. I mean, and
Yeah, I would say 49%.
I was about to say 33% Tifflebot, I don't not my cup of tea. And I don't even think it did like what it should have did was give you a lot of spooky, not a lot of gross. You know what
Correct.
I'm saying?
It's what I'm saying. It's like it just missed the mark. What we should have seen is like every I would have not been unhappy if every room that this young nun was in, Margaret,
Yeah.
was like there's a little satanic shadow that we can barely see.
Yeah.
Something like that. You're like, it's there, it's insidious, it's in the abbey, it's
Yeah.
in where they're living, and there's people who are evil there, and
Yep.
she's learning that. That could have all been very scary, but instead they're like, what if it was fucking gross?
Yeah. No, we'll go with gross. Yeah, that's the way to go. From the beginning. From the beginning, right? You
Yeah,
like,
from the jump.
uh and
So
that's another thing I didn't understand. That like the beginning, that whole what the hell was that all about, right? Oh, that was her being born, right? That was her being conceived, right?
mhm.
That was oh my god.
Well, the thing is,
No,
the
it
movie
wasn't.
goes
It
on and
wasn't.
on.
It wasn't. I don't even understand the thing that happened from with the air and the thing that happened on the table. What what the hell? When you understand what I'm saying? I'm like, what anyway, it's not even worth. Anyway, y'all, that one is over. So get
Yeah,
out of
don't
here
watch
with
that,
that.
but watch the original Omen for sure.
Okay, I might get. I don't know, man. It just soured me so bad. I'm
I
like,
think that here's the thing, it's maybe from modern horror perspective, for some people, a little slow, but I don't think you'll hate it.
okay, all right, that's interesting. There you go. I think I'm gonna give it a shot.
Yeah.
So, man, next week we are really done with Spooky Ooky Booky, but we won't be. We're gonna do one more.
Yeah, one more.
We gotta go to the theater.
Frankenstein.
And Frankenstein has been a bust every single time they have tried to do it on the big
I'm
screen.
hoping that at least here's the thing, I have not seen, to my memory, a Guillermo del Toro movie that I didn't like. I would say that Crimson Peak is probably I still like it, but people's like least, it's like
Yeah,
not as
yeah,
good. So I'm hoping that Guillermo del Toro takes us there.
yeah. And that's the interest that I have in it also. Because it's
Mhm.
always just that thing that you just like. Either they try to make you sad or they try to make you horrified, and they don't do a good job at doing either. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
just,
Guillermo del Toro might make us sad.
yeah,
He might get us there.
hopefully
We're
not.
gonna find out.
Anyway, that's what we're doing next week.
All
So
right.
we come to do the damn thing and we got it done, Tiffobot,
We
man.
did.
So my name is Montego, host of Fans of Patrol. With me is my adorable co-host, Miss Tiffobot. How are you? Say goodbye to these people, Tiff. We're not
It's
starting another way.
been a pleasure as always.
Indeed. And next week, Frankenstein in some word or form or
Go
fashion or
see
the other.
Frankenstein.
And thank y'all for tuning in and subscribe to us on all this mess and uh, keep it going. And until next week, man, we will be on
On
patrol.
patrol.